Hello everyone. So today let's see how to interface ADC0804 with the 8051 microcontroller. As you can see here, so I have a development board here ready with me. This is the development board and I have connected the LCD screen to this, and the data line is internally connected to this LCD, and I am using 8-bit interface for this LCD, and port 0 I am using it for LCD, and port 2.5, 6 and 7 are used as a control signals, which you can see here. And I have already made a ADC, a small circuit to connect it with the 8051. So as you can see here, in this we have the data lines and control signals connected. So I have already connected and labeled it here. So here I have connected a VCC and the ground lines, and here is the data lines, which you can see here, D0, D7 to D0, D1, D2, D2, D4 till D7, and other side is a V in plus and V in minus. So this V in minus is internally grounded. So as you can see the circuit diagram here, so this was the circuit diagram that I have shown you yesterday. So look at this. So here V in plus and V in minus, they are the inputs. So V in minus is grounded, so I don't have any other different ground for the analog input, so they are actually common with the actual ground. So I've connected as it is, and I'm using the clock signals here. So see here there is an RC clock here, so this is an RC clock, the clock is also connected, and you can see the control signals here, that is CS, read bar, write bar, and CS bar, read bar, write bar, and INTR bar. So these are the control lines. So now I'm going to connect these control lines to the 8051. So let me first decide the programs that I am going to do it here. So then I will actually use it. So as you have seen it in the data sheet, that is ADC0804, let me straight away go to the pin diagram, and I'll explain that. So this I've already briefed the functionality. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect this DB0 to DB7 to one of the port, which is port 1. I'm connecting this to, so you can actually visualize with the final application circuit very clearly. Then I will move on to the circuit diagram, the coding part of this. Okay, so there is a typical circuit diagram here, which is given for most of the controllers in different mode. So the mode that I am using here is the interface with a simple controller. Okay, so yeah, here is the interface. So this is my ADC chip, and D0 to D7 is connected now to port 1.0 to 1.7. okay, port 1 I am using, and control signals I am using port 2. This is port 2.0, 2.1, and so on. So that I will discuss in this code. So depending on this, we are going to connect it using a jumper wire. So let's look at the flow of the coding, how the coding is actually done. For that, you need to see the timing diagram of this conversion, how the conversion takes place. So if you look at this conversion diagram, see, normally the start of conversion is generated with the CS bar is becoming low. CS bar is actually chip enable, that has to be made low. So once you make the CS bar low, the write bar signal is supposed to be given. So that write bar signal is actually giving the start of conversion. So once this signal is given, the start of conversion will actually start. Okay, the A to D conversion starts, and the end of the A to D conversion is indicated with the INTR pin. So INTR pin is actually going to be high, normally held high, and it will be pulled low by the ADC chip, and this need to detect it. Once it is detected, you pull the CS bar also low, make the chip enable, and you give the read bar signal, and that read bar signal, after that you can actually read the data from the ADC. So same the logic I am going to use it in the coding. So this timing diagram is very important. So whenever you are going to code such a device, so it is better to have first look into the ADC or any other chip timing diagram and then decide it on the coding. So here is the coding that I have actually did. So basically I'm going to do a display now. So before that, let me demonstrate this, how this is going to work. So this is as I discussed there. So I'm going to connect it now. So as you can see here, the LCD is connected. So this is LCD that I have used here. So this LCD is connected to port 0. This is port 0, as you can see here, port 0, it's connected to LCD, and the data line enable RS and read write for this LCD is actually connected from this port 2.5, 6 and 7. Okay, so 2.5, 6 and 7 is used, so I am connecting it. So now I am going to put it in this LCD here like this. It is actually powered, so it is actually lighting it up. So I have taken the power from the ISP connector. So let me remove it for time being. So once you do that, this is the LCD connection is complete now. Okay, so now let me make the connection with the module, that is ADC module. So ADC module, when you are connecting, so take a jumper wire. So this is a 4-bit jumper wire I am using. So I am connecting it to CS bar read write. So I am connecting it to CS read write and enable pin. So this is CS read write, and this is supposed to be given to port 2.0. Okay, CS bar is actually given to 2.0. So this is supposed to go like this, 2.0, 1 and 2. So this will fit here. So 2.0, 1, 2, 3 will go to this connection. So control signals, and the data line I need to connect it to this. So here the red color is DB7. Sorry, yeah, the black color wire is DB7, which I connected, and this will go to port 1. So DB7 here is port 1.7. So right now I am not going to connect it because I am going to connect an ISP to the same port 1. So later I will connect it when I did the programming. I need to give the power here. See, I have taken the power from here, the plus 5 volt and ground connection here. So the brown color is actually plus 5 volt and the black color is ground. So I have taken this connection from the board itself to this. So I have given a provision here on the board itself. So plus 5 volt and ground, connect it. So like this. So once you connect it, so this is done. So I'm going to power it here. So before powering it, let me connect this. So this is DB7 here. So connect it and give the power here. So this is reset to reset. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect this. This is the line that I'm using. So let me run this. Okay. So okay, so I have connected the cables. The data line for the ADC is connected to port 1, and control signals to the port 2.0 to 2.3, and the analog input line I have connected here, the open line. As you can see here, the value is actually displaying now. It is can you see this? So this value is 00. What I am getting, the value is 00. If I reset, it will start reading again from the 00. Now what I am going to do is I am going to connect this line to the VCC. So the VCC is actually the full voltage swing that I need to get. So if I connect it to VCC, you see what it appears. The value is appearing it as 255, right? So if I remove it, it gives 00. If I connect it to F5 volts, then it will give 255. So 255 indicates a maximum conversion. So this is how you make sure that your ADC is working fine. So I am just connecting, disconnecting, connecting, disconnecting. So if you connect a potentiometer also, you can see the variation. So even if you make a small fluctuations in that line, so you can see here the values. I'm actually I'm touching the analog input line with the finger, and see here the values is changing. So this indicates that your ADC is working fine. So let's look at the details of the programming once, so to understand in a better way. Now here is a program for the ADC that I have written. So this program name is ADC8051 ADC0804 underscore LCD.asm, which is added here. Now you can see here the first thing is actually there is the relocation to a start location. In between, I am actually declaring the message one, which is ADC values, which I have seen in the program like appearing. Then the program starts here with the port 1. So port 1 I need to configure it as, so I am just configuring as input. Okay, this I need to configure it as input. Then this is actually LCD init routine. Okay, so this is a LCD init routine. So the more detail of this I have discussed in the LCD in the previous video. You can refer to it. So it is required whenever you access the LCD. Then this is the DPTR. So this is the message pointer. So you need to point to the message, and this film function will display it from the display on LCD. So this will display the message on LCD. So that is the initial message I am getting. Then I am moving it to the second line. So this is a command for LCD. This is a command for LCD second line. Okay, so you need to give the command by calling the function lmcmd, lcall-cmd. So this is the command routine for LCD. Okay, this is a command routine for the LCD. This also I have discussed. So whenever you want to send a command, like you moving it the cursor to the second line, first line, you need to load the value in the register A and just call this function. Okay, then comes the programming for the ADC here. So ADC ports I am initializing. So as I mentioned already, P 2.0 is actually CS. So chip selection for CS for the ADC. This is read bar for LCD, ADC, and write for ADC, and this is INTR for ADC. So all these things for the ADC pin, the control signals. So I am done with this. So once you declare, so all this pin you make it as set bit. Okay, once you done with, call the lcall ADC routine. So what it happens in the ADC routine is I am going to perform the ADC conversion. So it will return the ADC value in A register. Okay, the function is written such that it will return the value in A register. Once you get that, you move it to R4, and this function will convert it to BCD. So this hex to BCD conversion. So this is hex to BCD conversion. So I need to display the value. Once you do that display, then the whatever the hex value, so BCD value, BCD to ASCII. Okay, you need to convert it to ASCII. Then each of these ASCII values has to be displayed. This function need not necessary because you already did it here. So still you can do it again. Then what we do here is we are going to take the first digit. So this is actually 62H. This returns, so this function returns value in 62H, 61H and 60H location. Okay, so that is how this program works. So the same way I have coded it. So what we do here, so for example, if you are getting 255, so is converted to 020505 to 32 35 35. Okay, so whatever the value, say for example FF you are getting, so this will convert it to 255, and this unpack routine will convert the value to 255 to 02, then 05 and 05, then again it converts to ASCII, that is 32, 35 and 35. So three values you get. These values will be displayed on the LCD, because I need to display these values on the LCD. So once you get this value, so first value is in 62, that is a most significant digit, that is actually put it to, we will put it to accumulator and display. This is actually display a byte on LCD. Okay, single byte we need to display, then move it to accumulator and display. 61 again display. So each time cursor will move. So this program completes and the whole iteration repeats again from here, loading it to the first line. The program will be repeated to the first line, again this program repeats. Let's look at the routine what I am doing here. See here, ADC read routine. So as I mentioned here, the CS bar should be made low to start the conversion. So we make it here low here. CS bar is made low. As you can see here, the pin diagram, timing diagram you see here, refer to this timing diagram one. CS bar should be made low, then the right bar should be made low. So in the program also I am making the same thing. First I am making CS bar low, then I am calling a delay, then I am making right bar low, then I am making right bar high, and then CS bar 1. So this will give a similar function which is like this: CS bar first low, then the right bar low, then. So this will begin the start of conversion. Once the start of conversion is complete, then I need to poll for the INTR pin. INTR pin is already made high. You simply wait, jump if bit you wait here. Once it becomes low here means conversion is completed. Then how to read it? Make the CS bar low, then the read bar low, read the port value. That's what. So it's very simple here. See here, we need to do the same thing. First your INTR goes low, automatically low, then the CS bar supposed to be made low, then the read bar supposed to be made low, then the data should be read. That's it. So conversion completes. So you bring back the original control signals to the set bit position, call a delay and return. So these things it is left to you whether if you need it in the next. So better to make it high for the next iteration and call a delay some amount. So that is the routine for the LCD, and you see the BCD routine, it is a usual conversion that I am doing. So we are actually unpacking the number. So I am actually using the DA addition with the DA with logic here for the conversion. So more of it you can refer to my previous software programming. Then unpack routine you see here, every time I am taking some number from this BCD routine will return the value in R6, R7. So I am actually unpacking it and putting it to 62, 61. So unpacking routine is very simple with the and swap logic. So these are the LCD routine. So this is how the program works. So what I did is I just compiled this program. I have built it program. Then I used a new function actually. So I used Xpro/V21. This is another tool I have used. So it is better always, go to the project directory and simply delete your the hex file. Okay, you better to delete the hex file whichever is there, then again make it be loaded and then you run it again. So you possibly you can avoid certain error or overlapping with the values. So that's how the ADC program works. So if you want to look that again on this, you can actually Okay, you can look back to the description, and you can find the sample code here for the LCD routine. Thank you.